Hello and welcome to Martin Diving Services Underwater Bottom Boat Inspection. I'm doing a inspection for Witts End, which today is April 14th. It does need new bottom paint. It certainly does. Otherwise, it's in wonderful condition, great hull integrity, zero indication of anything serious or critical to the hull. And I did install new zinc, which you'll see in this video. And all the components are looking excellent. Thru-hulls perfectly cleared, and you have two transducers under this boat. They are all looking wonderful. All the seals are all intact. So let's go ahead and take a plunge at Witts End, just showing you when this dive was done. It is April 14th at 11:44 this morning, which is a Monday. Let's go on and go under. Here we see on the left side the rudder, and first we get an immediate idea of what we're talking about. We have this sloughing off down to the primer of the bottom paint, but just a new fresh coat of bottom paint will do. You're going to see a lot of this black sort of lesion on the bottom. This is just an indication that the bottom paint is quite old, but this is really a standard thing for older boats. And giving you an idea of the prop, here, if you would like to take for your note, the 17 RH-10 and G01 are the indicators on this prop. This is the 1-inch low clearance shaft collar that was installed, and just I shined it, took care of the prop. Shaft looks great, sanded the shaft, and she's all looking good. Just a little spin there for you to give you an idea of functionality, and we'll keep on moving. So here we're going to approach the first couple thru-hulls, and this is on the starboard side, thru-hull number 1 and thru-hull number 2. This is kind of what I was talking about, this black substance right here. I really made sure to scour the bottom paint to see if there was any indication of bonding issues around the thru-hulls. It takes a lot longer to do that, to reveal the actual blue bottom paint as opposed to this black, which you'll see after I do that little thru-hull clearing test right here, kind of how much it would take to scour off the black part from the blue bottom paint. So I do make sure I make that bridge over here, but yeah, definitely a stained bottom. Nonetheless, I took care of you guys, really went the distance, made sure that there was no bonding issues of discolored bottom paint, and there isn't. So she's in wonderful shape. Here's the first transducer, and great condition. This is on the starboard midship, and we'll continue on to move on to the second transducer right here. So you have two transducers on the boat, and this is on the bow, and doing a little seal test to make sure that nothing can enter into the hull, and a little bubble test there to see typically if there is a leak. These bubbles, you'll see them penetrating. On a closer look, I can report back to you that this was perfectly sealed, and it's looking wonderful from what I can tell on the bottom. Let's continue on as we move on to the bow of the boat. You'll get a better idea of kind of these lesions and then primer being exposed here and here. Nevertheless, I really made sure that the bottom is looking good, but definitely a high priority to repaint the bottom. And you got some more bottom paint being exposed over here, the primer of the boat. This is really the sun-facing side, so it just has more exposure to the sun. Over here, we're moving on to the port side. And on the port side, we're looking at 1, 2, and 3 thru-hulls. I'll let this play out to give you an idea of that fact that they're cleared. We'll do a little visual inspection. This one had a little more debris. No matter how much I scrubbed in there, it seemed like it wouldn't stop coming out. But yeah, that's looking good. We're going to continue on this beautiful day in April over through the waterline. This boat does have a shallow keel, which is quite neat. As you can see right there, this is where the keel ends. It does great on beaches, but I'm not here to sell you the boat. You've already bought it, and it is a beautiful boat, but here to report on the condition of the bottom. So we're going to continue on through the port side as we make our way over past the waterline and over to this next thru-hull here. So excuse the scrubbing of the timeline. But here we go. Got my finger in there, not obstructed. There was some muscles in there, but nothing too excessive. And that gets a diver's A-OK. So as you can see here, there's no discoloration of bonding indicating issues. So it's in great shape. So let's continue on. As we make our way, I think this is the last through-hull. Just indicating that's cleared. A little bit of a closer inspection there. Great condition. I'll let that play out. We'll continue on here. As we see the port side of the rudder, you can see, like we were talking about in the beginning of this video, just the sloughing off the bottom paint down to the primer. Does need new paint. These are metal bolts that hold the rudder together. This is a really old-fashioned type of construction for the vessel. It's wonderful. It's just absolutely beautiful. Just doing a little close-up. I tried my best to get my brush in here, but one thing to keep in mind, I didn't want to scrape off the actual bottom paint that's protecting these bolts. And so I made sure to just use my white 3M scrubber because we really make sure to go the distance to preserve the bottom paint. And yeah, it's just really difficult. I could barely scrape this off with my fingernail. So with brand new bottom paint, this will be better maintained. And I would say really bolster up on the bottom paint on this part of the boat. Otherwise, really looking good. No signs of corrosion whatsoever. Let's take one good close look at the shaft and that region where it connects to the vessel. And then that's where we close up this video and underwater inspection of Witts End. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, and I really appreciate you joining me here for this underwater inspection. My name is Martin the Diver. My phone number is 949-836-7195. You can call me or text me at any time. I'm always available. And my email address is newport@martindivingservice.com. And you can visit our website at martindivingservice.com. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Safe sailing.